Hi, my name is Sheree Schattenmann, and I'm a fabric shop owner and pattern designer. Didn't you just love our modern take on mommy and me skirts? Well, today we're going to show you how to make those skirts. I'm here today with my daughter.
Hi, I'm Leah Schattenmann.
And you know, at my shop, we teach a lot of mommy and me classes, and I teach a lot of kids how to sew. And Leah and I love to sew together, so we thought it would be a fun idea to show you at home how to sew some modern mommy and me skirts. And you can see here we've already cut out our underlay, our overlay, and our waistband for the skirt. And now we're going to start constructing it. Leah's going to start off by sewing the waistband. And you can see that I've put some sewing lines on here. I do this a lot for beginner sewers and especially for children. It's just a lot easier for them to sew a straight line if you draw one on for them. And we have our right sides facing. You can start. We have our right sides facing, and we're sewing the side seams for the elastic waistband that we're going to create for the skirt. You can see Leah's taking her pins out before she sews over them. And after she gets her waistband made, we're going to proceed with constructing the skirt. You could just pass that to me. And we're going to have Leah sew down one side seam. And Leah, you can sew a little bit faster, so I'm going to inch that up for you. And Leah definitely loves skirts, and so we end up making a lot of skirts together in our house. And Leah likes prints, and so does Mommy. But I like to mix in a little bit of solids to balance it out, so these are really fun skirts for us to make together. And I'm just going to show you when Leah's done a finished version of this, but Leah's actually going to get you the serger. Leah, you want to tell everybody how old you were when you started sewing?
I was
Do you remember?
about 5 or 6 or 7, around that age.
And you remember how excited you were when you first got your own sewing machine?
Yeah. Me and my friend, before I had it, we would just go in my room. We would take some needles and some pins and thread and some scrap pieces of fabric, and we would just create little purses.
Mm-hmm. And I can remember your first dress you made.
Yeah, that was really fun.
You sewed it onto the mannequin, but she didn't put a closure on it, so we couldn't take it off. Okay, so Leah's finishing up that seam, and then she's going to show you how easy it is to finish up your seams with a serger. Now remember, if you don't have a serger at home, there are other ways to finish your side seams. You can use the zigzag or overlap stitches on your machine, and you can also cut this pattern out from the fabric already using pinking shears to give you a seam that won't unravel quite as much when you wash it. So going over to the serger, and while she's serging that, I'm actually going to show you what it looks like when both side seams are already sewn and serged. You're going to repeat exactly the same steps for your underlay, which is solid pink in our case. So Leah's going to serge up those side seams that she finished sewing at the sewing machine. And while she's serging, finishing up that serging, I'm going to actually go ahead over to the iron and show you a couple steps that we need to do over there, okay? So first of all, I took the waistband that Leah created at the beginning, and I'm just going to iron the side seams down. And then I'm going to create my casing for the elastic by folding that over in half and giving that a good press all the way around. So you're making a little tube here. And then I'm going to attach this to our skirt and then insert the elastic. But this ironing process gives you just a nice sharp casing to start with. And all these directions in detail will be on the website as well. So if you can't catch everything here, it'll be detailed well on the website. So I've created this folded over casing, and I've gone on and ironed down one side of the raw edge there. And then we're going to put this aside because we'll use that later. And then the other thing I need to show you while we're here at the iron is how to get in there and hem your outer layer and your overlay.
I'm done, Mom.
So we're going to go. Okay, hon, I'm going to finish up this iron. You have a 1-inch hem allowance here, so we're going to fold it up 1 inch. And I'm just guesstimating here, but definitely use your seam gauge to measure out and make sure you're folding it up 1 inch all the way around so you have a nice even hem. And then I've gone back in and taken a 1/2 inch and folded that under so I have a nice covered hem here. And I have one already completed here, and you can see that we've done that process all the way around the hemline. So we'll leave these here because I have over here one that's completely finished. And Leah, you and I are going to swap seats here so I can show how to attach the casing. And then while we do that, Leah, I want you to tell me, do you want to make this skirt again in a couple different colors, or?
Yeah, a couple different colors.
What would be your
nice.
favorite color combination?
Maybe blue and green and some yellow.
So I'm attaching the waistband to the skirt, and you can see I've taken my overlay and put that on top of the underskirt. I did that by matching up the side seams. I actually pinned my casing in place at the waistline, and I'm just going to sew all the way around here. And what you're going to do is sew all the way around on this side. I'll just stitch a little bit more to demonstrate. You would do all the way around the waistband, and then when you're done, you need to come in here and then fold your your casing out like this. You're going to stick pins in as you need to hold it in place. And then you're just going to do stitch in the ditch all the way around the waistband, leaving about a 1-inch opening so you can insert your elastic. And again, detailed directions on that will be on the website. But I'm just going to show you here on the skirt that we've made. You're going to end up with your overlay skirt and then a nice 1-inch elastic waistband here at the top of your skirt. And we tell you also on the website how to measure your waist to get the right length of elastic that you need to thread through the casing. And then once you get it all the way threaded all the way through, you're going to come back out of that hole that we left open and then just complete that stitch to close it up. And you can go on to the sides here, at least one side, and just stitch in the ditch to lock your elastic in place so that your waistband doesn't roll. So pick your favorite fabrics, let your daughter or granddaughter pick her favorite fabrics, and the two of you can sit down together and create these lovely skirts and wear them together.